most upbeat. Went to the Oval, worked at the Oval where they played New Zealand. I swear, I went outside. I thought one of the best atmospheres I've seen at a cricket ground in the middle of London. Bangladesh playing New Zealand, for goodness sake. It was outstanding, and the colour, the vibrancy that they have brought to each ground. It's been top draw.
Yeah, it's the passion. They just cannot hold themselves back, not to be in the ground, to be present where and whenever. And you spoke about the shirt. The green shirt is quite visible when they come to the ground, jam-packed, and it outnumbers the rest. And England.
45 for 1.
Explore rich creme layers in a dark cocoa indulgence. Hide and seek black bourbon. Parle Platina, range of exotic premium products.
जब हो जुबान पे केसर और जोश दिलों में तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी
Meanwhile, the West Indies fans are just waiting to cut loose. They're waiting for a reason. Form of space. 45 for 1 after 12. Plenty of time and plenty of opportunity here at Taunton in particular to make up for a subdued start, shall we say. So we talked about why it's so important for Bangladesh to win today when we looked at what's coming up. I think we should look at what the West Indies have got ahead of them as well in terms of future matches and the opportunity to get into those playoffs. Incredibly dangerous side, the West Indies. Today, if they were to leave here with 5 points, they play New Zealand now. In a warm-up game at Bristol, they scored 420 against New Zealand. So they must have confidence on that attack. And they've got India, who on any day are going to be hard to beat. Sri Lanka and Afghanistan, two very winnable games on form at the moment. So they can look very positively, I think, at 3 of those last 4 games, and then you take a chance that you play out of your skins against them. And win 3 of the last 4, they're looking at 11 points, and their run rate will be improved if they keep winning, obviously. And I think that's what their goal is. So I think, whilst you look at this game and say it's midway through the tournament, I think this is so big. So big.
Yeah, big for both the teams, Smith, and it is important, really important for both these teams to realize where they're at. Another single taken. You spoke about the fixtures, but it's important that today's match for both the teams. If West Indies can go on to win this one, then they will fancy their chances of making it to the top 4. You mentioned about New Zealand, India, but definitely Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. You would think that on their day they would go on to win that one, and if you can win another one between New Zealand and India, you're in for the playoffs. So the story for Bangladesh is probably the same.
Outstanding. One bounce score. Just short of that fine length that they've been bowling. Just dead on the short side there.
Yeah, brings up the 50. You see the length, short, sits up nicely. All he has to do is rock back and pulls it away for a boundary. Really cannot afford to bowl in these areas. You've got to lead from the front as a skipper. You've got to read the condition as quickly as possible. Started with a maiden. Mashrafi Muttalib.
Still queuing up to come in. This ground, I think, will be pretty chocker. Looks like the West Indies, and Hope in particular, are starting to get the pace of this pitch just a little better. 53 for 1.
Discipline creates greatness. You have to have clarity, focus, accept less than the best. OnePlus. Never settle. An Amazon special.
कंपेयर किया होता तो हाई मेंटेनेंस वाला नहीं लाता।
कौन? दूल्हा?
अरे नहीं, मेरी नई कार।
Partnership of 47 now by this pair. Very nice to see Evan Lewis playing freely. Got an abundance of talent. It's just a question of applying it, which he's certainly doing today. West Indies have played very calmly. There's a tendency, I think, to want to break away once, you know, Gale sets that example, and it's the method of the team to break away early, but they've had the common sense to hang on in there, and it's got a little easier almost by the over.
I think the coaching staff probably had their eye on the Australia-Pakistan game here as well, where it took a while for players to get in. Once they did, though, they could expand their game a little bit, but then as the balls got a little bit softer again and the pitch dried out a bit, a reminder that this pitch has been under covers for the last couple of days as well. It just tends to be one of those innings where you just got to shift gears numerous times.
I think it's such a good pitch for everybody, isn't it? No doubt if you run in and hit the seam, and, you know, if you put a bit into it, carries nicely. Just offers a little bit to the best bowlers, and lovely pace and bounce for the batsmen too. Short boundaries are encouraging. It's a good place to play. The result of all that is, of course, it's a good place to watch. Always over the years, spectators have loved the cricket played here at Taunton. Somerset are a very strong county side right now, top of the championship. And just won the 50 over competition. My name is Bond.
Go on, who's your favourite? There's mine on the far left.
Who's yours?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, that, Roger Moore. Who do you think that's supposed to be? They ask, they don't get. The ball always looks as if it was drifting leg side. Mushfiqur is the one who's convinced there's something in this, but I don't know that Shrafi Murtaza is interested. Is he? What's happening here? Inconclusive. The Bangladesh players, and the consequence is no review. I think they're lucky not to have reviewed it. Actually, it's 58-1.
बाकी सब तो उड़ गया, लेकिन आपका nice fragrance.
बिना गैस वाला फॉग ये जल्दी से उड़ेगा नहीं, रहेगा.
Watch ICC Cricket World Cup, India versus Afghanistan, 22nd June Saturday at 1:30 p.m. live on the Star Sports Network and Hotstar.
As a generalization, when an umpire gives an LBW call not out, he's more often right. He gets the benefit of the doubt, as they call it. Umpire's call going with his decision. And emotion from both wicketkeeper and bowlers sometimes overtakes the common sense. There was a fascinating one yesterday where MS Dhoni seemed to say to Virat Kohli, I don't think I'd review that. Kohli looked quite keen. That's nicely bowled. Some extra bounce and plenty of zip there.
Such an exciting bowler, Mustafizur. Something's always happening when he comes on. He's decided to come around the wicket to Shai Hope. It's the wrist position, angled position, thick inside edge, I think, on this occasion. But that in itself, first ball, puts a lot of doubt in Shai Hope on what this pitch is going to offer.
I love the way he scurries in. There's a real sense of presence to him. Mustafizur Rahman, here he comes again. It reminds me a little, he's not as quick, it reminds me a little of a young Mohammad Amir who really hustled the batsman even as an 18 or 19-year-old boy. Bishop dying to get in here.
Not dying, but just want to get the job done. Just looking at Shai Hope, and he's had some issues in this tournament with the closing of the bat face. You remember Desmond Haynes, a good mate of yours, I think, who opened up his stance because of that type of thing. We'll get to some analysis. Hopefully, nothing will happen untoward. A good lead. Now we'll get to a couple of dismissals early in the tournament from Shai Hope. One against Australia, bat face close, falling across the ball. Next one against England, falling across, playing across again. And what he's been trying to do at practice sessions, you look on the left against Pakistan. Deliveries in a similar area, slightly fuller on the right. is that he's played across, but yesterday and today, what he's done so far is to try to play a little bit straighter so that LBW, the ball doesn't come into play. Now, I don't know, you would be able to tell me as well as Mel how challenging that is to change